All right, welcome in LSU fans to a special edition of the Bengal Tiger On3 Recruiting Podcast. We are joined by none other than, we can finally say it, LSU signee Deuce Geralds. Deuce, I just said signee. How good does it feel to kind of have this thing done, know where you're going to school, and no more, this is one of the last ones you have to do, recruiting interviews.
Yes, sir. This is just a blessing. I'm very grateful for it. It's been my part of LSU, part of just like a dream come true. And just like you said, like a weight coming off my shoulders with the recruitment and just knowing where I'm gonna be at. And I wouldn't want it to be nowhere else.
You talk about LSU, man. We all know that you have ties down here in Louisiana and Baton Rouge area. For the fans that maybe don't know, maybe they just have seen the name Deuce Geralds in the headlines. Talk about it. What makes LSU home for you?
I was born there. I moved out of Baton Rouge to Georgia when I was 8 years old. So it's just like I got those ties there. Grandmas, grandpas, like all my grandparents, aunts, uncles, every part of my family stays in Baton Rouge. Most of them went to Southern. And yeah, like some of my family has been to Grambling, LSU, but it's just like all my family's from there.
So it's safe to say that you will be using all your tickets that you get each and every single Saturday night. You love to hear
Yeah, I
that,
might
getting to
need to
play.
make some extra calls. I might need some extra tickets.
There we go. We'll work that. We'll work that out amongst your teammates. Man, look, let's talk about this real quick because I think it's important to hit on. Obviously, you pushed back your decision or your decision to sign. Wanted to make sure you made the right choice. Just kind of talk about what went into that and what from LSU's side made you feel like, hey, I'm still good here. This is where I want to be.
Yeah, like going into this, like already was like committed. I knew I was committed to a program and not like any coaches or anything. Like the coaches that were there, like I built those relationships with. I just really like had strong love with those connections. But I just knew that like I always just wanted to be at LSU regardless of who was there. But with the coaches changes and stuff like that, like new hires with the D line coach. Elijah Robinson, I just wanted to make sure I knew who my coach was before going into something. Like I just wanted to make sure I knew him, knew the type of person he was, type of coach he was before I just came to that school and like trusted that person to develop me. I just wanted to build that trust, that bond between the new coaches that came to replace some of the older staff.
Yeah, it's a new staff, a lot of excitement, and a big reason why Deuce is because you guys have quite the 2026 defensive line class. I can list out all the names and everything. Just talk about what it's going to be like joining forces with a guy like Richard Anderson, Lamar Brown, and even Trenton Henderson there on the edge as well. I mean, you guys have the chance to build something pretty special in Baton Rouge. What is the communication and what's that bond already like with those guys?
Yeah, it's just really like I'm really happy for that. Like just be able to have that opportunity, like playing alongside other great players, knowing like we can all complement each other, our game for the 4 years, 3 to 4 years that we're in college, and like I feel like we just could break some records or like just bring whatever we need to be do at LSU. And I like we already talked about this, like we didn't been on visit with each other, and like talked about like how great Death Valley is, like how we can't wait to play in that stadium and sack the quarterback and do a celebration.
Any celebrations planned with the guys? You got a go-to celebration?
Oh, we planning some good ones. You gotta wait for that. You gotta wait for that, King. Tuesday.
You talked about record breaking, man, and obviously, props to you and congratulations to you on the records that you've broken inside the state of Georgia. You know as
Sure.
well as I do that is a state that is loaded with high school talent and a great high school talent. The history they've had there. Just talk about your game, where you feel like you've developed the most, and what are coaches, whether it was at LSU or elsewhere, what did they say they liked about what you brought to the table?
Yeah, they really like was impressed with my get off in my hands and my ability to pass rush on the inside and the out. That's what like LSU plans to use me as. They use like a versatile pass rush like piece, chess piece that they can move all around the D line, exploit a team's weaknesses, and just that's what a lot of college coaches saw out of me. Like just saw that explosive get off my hands, violent hands, and just getting off the ball fast and sacking that quarterback.
It's a new age of college football where your brand means so much. And I recall, I guess it was not this past year, but the year before the Alabama game, although it didn't end up the result that LSU fans wanted. I remember seeing you on the sideline, and man, you've kind of taken your brand along with your team to make sure that you can make sure Deuce Gerald is out there from the vlogs and everything. Just kind of talk about how did that get started and how much fun are you having just kind of showcasing the life of a recruit or the life of a high school football player?
Yeah, because I just feel like like what the ability that we have is like taken for granted. I just want to make sure it's shared amongst like other kids and like other just people just seeing the like inside of like what it's like to be in this like great position. I just want to be able to share that with others and show that like the stuff like the hard work I put in and like how much like comes from that. Like I just want to inspire like have like other people like feel like they could be in that same position that I'm in because I feel like it's possible just through God, trust your parents, and just hard work.
Is that something you want to continue doing when you get to Baton Rouge, continuing to kind of show days in the life and what it's like to be a college athlete?
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like just what even Lane coming to LSU. I just feel like Coach Kiffin, like him coming there. I just feel like it'll be like it's just gonna even blow it up even more. Like I just feel like just seeing like how the inside of like just seeing how we work, how we process stuff. Like I want them to be able to like learn the steps alongside me and just really be like have that public.
Coach Kiffin in general, you mentioned he puts himself out there. He's not afraid. He brings his sort of swagger back to LSU. What was your
Yeah.
relationship like with him before? Because obviously we know you were getting recruited by Ole Miss over there as well. But what was it like before, and what have the conversations been like since? I mean, how would you describe Lane Kiffin to fans who maybe only see the social media side?
Yeah, Coach Kiffin, he's a real cool guy. First thing he did when he got on the phone with me was saying that he couldn't get me at Ole Miss, so he had to come get me at LSU. Had come join me at LSU. So, he has a great personality, great sense of humor. And he's a great coach, like great minded coach, well known, seasoned, has been through this a lot, and I feel like like with the combination of him and our class and this LSU football team and this LSU culture, I felt we were gonna bring a national championship back to Baton Rouge, and I just can't wait for it.
A big part of it for you, man, was Blake Baker being retained, not taking the head coaching
So,
job at Tulane. That would have been a great opportunity for him, but I know for you and the rest of this class, you're excited to see him stay. Just talk about what has he meant to you, and we always hear, man, his energy is infectious. Like it really plays well with players. What's your opinion of Blake Baker, and how pumped are you to get him in Baton Rouge for at least another year?
yeah, I'm very, very grateful and like just happy that Coach Baker is staying at LSU. That was part of the reason I also pushed back my signing day. I wanted to make sure that I knew who my DC was. I really wanted to be Coach Baker. He has like built such a great relationship with me and my family, even through the other D line coaches like Bo Davis. Like he made sure he retained that like relationship with me, like with like even like a new D line coach coming in and stuff. Like he just always was like messaging me, talking to me, staying in touch, and like he was another reason, a big reason why I stayed connected with LSU, even through a D line coach change.
All right, we're gonna have a little fun with it here because I'm from Georgia, so I get in trouble down here. Better high school football, Louisiana or Georgia? Don't get in trouble now. Let's see. Well, let's see what you got. Louisiana high school football or Georgia high school football?
I know a lot of people will want to disagree with me, but it's definitely Georgia football. Georgia football clears, like it's not even close. I like the talent that we produce and the type of football like we play is just it's not compared to Louisiana. I can't lie. Georgia football is better.
Well, how do you feel like that's prepared you? Because I mean, at Collins Hill, man, you're playing premier, out of region competition. Your region is obviously talented as well. Like, how has that prepared you? You feel like for this next level?
Yeah, I just feel like the resources that's just around Georgia, especially the county I'm in of Gwinnett, I just feel like the talent of football that we see every year. Like I've been playing against guys as at Ohio State, University of Georgia, University of Michigan, Justice Haynes, KJ Bolden, Edric Houston. I didn't play against some big like names like my since my freshman year. I remember my first game ever. I played against a Georgia commit, O lineman, and it was just like it's just amazing of like the amount of talent that we see and like the future, like to see like KJ Bolden started safety at the University of Georgia, like just like knowing those type of guys are coming out the same like place as me, it just like inspires me to go harder, just knowing that's like really like attainable.
All right, last one. We saved the best one for last. You mentioned this when you talked with Lamar and Richard Anderson and a lot of these guys that playing inside Death Valley is special, man. And you've been there a number of times. What makes that fan base so special? What makes that stadium so special? And truthfully, I mean, how excited are you to kind of play inside of what is one of the best environments, if not the best, in college football?
Yeah, you could like you just said it. It's the best stadium in college football, the best fan base in college football, and the best city in the world. So it's just like great to be a part of that, be in that city, play in that stadium, just knowing that everything surrounding you is the best. It makes you want to be the best on the field and just be the best person in Baton Rouge.
Deuce Geralds, before we get you out of here, man, I want to let you plug your YouTube channel. Where can they find your social media content, what you're doing? Because I'm sure we're going to see some awesome stuff in terms of move-in day and early LSU workouts. What you got for us?
Yes, sir. You know my YouTube and Instagram, all that my handles are the same. You can follow me at the Deuce Geralds. I'm gonna be updating my content, updating everyone on how everything's going.
Deuce Geralds, LSU signee. We appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much. Once again, thanks for watching, tuning in, wherever you're following us on those platforms over at On3 and at the Bengal Tiger here, the LSU arm of everything On3. He's Deuce Geralds. My name is Bryce Koon. We appreciate you for watching and tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks much.